Hi everyone, this is Ryan Gray with Electric Brewing Supply. Real quick, I'm going to go over how to connect your BCS via our Wi-Fi configurations to your home network. What this means is those of you who purchase a panel from us who've had the Wi-Fi adapter installed, I'm going to go over how to connect it to your home network so that you don't have to log on to it each and every time you log on. Initial setup is, as you already know, eBrew Supply is the wireless, and then you log into your BCS unit. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and tell the wireless adapter to connect to the home network. So to do that, we're going to connect to the router. This is always going to be 192.168.0.254, and then the password is admin. From there, we're going to go ahead and click on Client. Now what this should do is run a nice little wizard that allows you to talk to your home network. Okay, now that the wizard is run, it has searched for all the wireless points, and you see I have a list of connections. In this case, we'll go ahead and talk to my network, and we'll select OK. So we'll select Next. We'll type in the password, and again hit Next, and it's letting you know it's going to reboot. This is alright. Let's go ahead and reboot. So it's going to do its process of restarting. Now this is where it gets kind of tricky for some, because there's a few steps that have to take place in order for it to work seamlessly down the road. So a little bit of pain today saves you a lot of headache down the road. So we're going to wait for this to finish doing its thing. My laptop at the same moment right now should be kicking over to my home network. So all process should be going like it should. Yep. Alright, so while the router is booting, I am going to go point it towards the Wi-Fi, the new address. Now I've already run this through once before, that's why I have the IP address. Usually what you would have to do is log into your own router at home to pull up the Wi-Fi and then pull up your list of connected devices. I can show that on an ASUS router, but I can't tell you on a D-Link or Netgear or anybody what the difference would be. Okay, so we're back to working here, and I'm logged into my home Wi-Fi network now, which, as you just saw, we've connected the router to, or the adapter in the control panel to. So now we're going to pull up the IP address. In order to do this, you usually have to go to your router to fetch the list. I don't know. Let's do it. My wireless is kind of acting up today, so we're going to keep moving forward here. So I have the router. It's accessible now. And if you look, DHCP should be disabled. This is important because we don't want to have any overlap. We want the router that's the main in the house to do all the work, and this is literally just set up to connect to your network. So that is disabled, that is correct. Now, the BCS will have a new IP address. So this address is no good. So now you're going to want your BCS finder. We'll pull this up. If it doesn't pull it up on the first try, you sometimes have to unplug it and plug it back in to have it release the network address it had, and then you can it'll pull a new one. So obviously that's the case here, so hold on one second. It doesn't take long to reboot, so we'll just give it a few seconds here, and then we'll hit refresh. And there it is. So now we change this to the new address. Oops. And there we go. And now it's attached to the network in the office or in the house. Now the important thing to note also for the where the for setups where the BCS is turned off when you turn the panel off, you need to also go into here and take that IP address, or take one that's not part of the DHCP leases. Take one and put it in here static. By doing that, you minimize the chance that the BCS and the router boot up simultaneously, and thereby having the BCS not pull an address. And then you have yourself a headache for a few minutes. When in doubt, if you can't grab it, but you can pull the router, unplug the BCS, plug it back in, give it a second, and away you can go. But here we are, we're set to go. Wireless is set. We can log in, we can talk to the BCS, and we are good to brew. And the best part is we're talking to our home network, so you can still go in here and go boom. So it is connected to the home network. It takes a couple minutes to do, but it's well worth the effort, because down the road you don't have to worry about changing over or anything. Again, any questions, you can email us at sales@ebrewsupply.com, and I'll try and help you out where I can. I will warn, I'm fluent with ASUS routers, not so good with the D-Link and the Linksys. But I'm happy to help you. And you guys have a good day.